All right. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Am I going? Hold on. Yes. Okay. Yes. Hello? Okay, there we go. Alright, hold on. So from my side, my audio sounds just fine. You know what? It's fine. It's totally fine. Okay. So let me mute this over here. There we go. Okay. Okay, I got it. I finally got it. I got it. Okay, guys. So welcome back. It's been a little while since I've been able to stream anything. Which one's playing? Are you the one playing? Yeah, that's the one that's playing. Alright, guys. So, as usual, you know, please check us out at Captain Hobbes. Also, on YouTube, we do have a couple more videos lining up. We have a new episode getting ready to come out. And we are also on the Facebook. Let me get the Facebook page. There we go. We are also on Facebook. So, again, we try to post updates here. So, you know, we're doing the best we can. You know, it's been very busy, especially for someone like me. I have a lot going on, just between the new job and then maintaining this house by myself. So I have a lot on my plate, you know. And I'm trying to have a social life. What a concept. Alright, so today I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. So I wanted to kind of start hitting in some of the characters. If you guys know, these are the Astrocats. Mainly we're focusing on Captain Hobbes, Scully, and, you know, General Goey. But then there's all these other, like, supporting cats. So today I want to focus on, give me a second, it's going to be Wobble. So Wobbles is their mechanic. And Wobbles used to be an Astrocat. He used to be out there with the rest of them. And then he got hurt in an incident, so he lost his leg. So he's still actively in duty, but he's currently just doing more support work instead of being... You know, instead of being pushed out, he still want to be part of the service. So I kind of want to flesh him out a little bit more today. I want to figure out maybe ideas, some poses for him. Okay. First of all, you guys know that I never start in pure. Okay, and maybe I might come up with something cool today, maybe not, I don't know. But I need to do this because, man, I feel rusty. I have been sketching. Mainly on my comic book. I just haven't been streaming it because I don't want to give too much of the story away because I'm close to the ending of the story. So yeah, so I'm just kind of tackling with that. So let me bring in Wobble so you guys can just see what Wobbles looks like. This is just, and you guys know that I am a reference fan, so that's Wobbles. So our cats tend to be on average about like 2 heads to about 3 heads tall. It's pretty much where I'm trying to keep it at. They make sure that I can see. And there's nobody talking to me. There's never anybody talking to me. I don't really care. I know people are watching, but just to show you guys some of the additional concept art, this is some of the concept art that I've done for Wobbles as we were fleshing him out. So I really kind of want to do something cool with him. Think of like that crusty veteran guy, and that's pretty much what I kind of want to do with him. I want him to have kind of like a mentor. He's a little older. He's been through some stuff. He can be in action, but he sure makes sure that all the equipment for all the Astrocats are in tip-top shape. And he gets upset when Captain Hobbes doesn't really take care of the gear. Because, you know, again, he wants to be out there and he can. So yeah, so let me make sure all my references are in the right spot. Okay, so I want to do something cool, like maybe like an action pose. First of all, let me thumbnail some poses here. Where I want to kind of show... Let me see. Like a really cool action pose with him. Remember, he's my big beefy guy. Probably because he's my big beefy dude. Some parts of it might go missing. So So I was watching a show called, if you guys haven't seen it yet, it's called Primal. It is absolutely freaking fantastic. It's out on HBO Max. I think they were airing it out. And Ted Tabarowski, he's got like just insanely just strong posing. Been a fan of his since, you know, he released Dexter's Laboratory. I absolutely love him. Just a fantastic storyteller. Okay, so this looks like a pretty good pose. At least a good rough sketch. So I really enjoy watching that. Like, I just pause and I mean, you can't just listen to the show. You physically have to watch it because there is no dialogue. I'm not sure if you've ever seen the show, but there is absolutely no dialogue except for like one episode. So it's you just have to pay attention. And the posting that he used was so strong. So I really kind of want to bring some of that influence into the Astrocats once we kind of get this going a little bit further. Okay, so let's go. He's got his ear there. And again, this is just my really rough sketch for now. He does have the 2 teeth out here. Okay, now he has a vest. And think of him more like a warrant officer if he was in the military now. Like it's not like he's in service, but it's like a specialized service. And the running joke with him, so he's got a bionic leg. And the joke is that every time that we will see him, he will have like a different, like the leg will be made out of something different. Like he'll be improving it because his little sister, so this is little sister right here. So she is more of the tech, and I can't, her name escapes me right now. Hold on a second. Walker. So they're like brother and sister. At least that's what I remember. It's been a hot minute since I looked at her bio. I'm sorry, guys. I do a lot of stuff every day. And she's constantly like making him different legs out of like different stuff. So it's really cool that every time we see him, he has like a different like leg. So it could be bionic. It could be made out of vegetation. It could be a stick. We never know what we're looking at. Okay, so let's go ahead and define that arm here. And he always has this, like, wrench. He's got this ginormous wrench. So that's, like, literally his primary weapon. So what I might have to do... Let me see. Let me go back a little bit. So that way we can see part of his leg. And I might make this more dynamic as I continue through. Alright, let's go right there. There we go. So it's a pretty rough sketch of him. I mainly want to give like that dynamic view that this leg is like in the back. And then this one's like in the front. And again, this is going to look a little better once I clean it out a little bit. So the reason why I draw this is because I want to give the illusion that there's mass going through the body. Right now I'm just kind of leaving it in here just to kind of give me like a point of reference. Okay, and then I can go ahead and start going here and just kind of repose my character a little bit. Again, this would make sense here. There we go. I kind of like that. So it's got some pretty good flow going on in there. Alright, so let me save this. Give me a second. Let's see. Let me go to... Astrocats, character sketches, other sketches. No, that's not it. Random sketches, there we go. Ugh, so I got this stupid thing going on that night. I cannot save anything into my second hard drive. I don't know what the hell I did, but suddenly I can't do it. So I need to check on that. Wobble's action pose. So I have to save it on the desktop and then move it over, which is ridiculous. Okay, cool beans. So like I said, tonight just kind of sketching for fun. I just want to do something with the Astrocats. I'm feeling a little rusty. I really need to go back and just start drawing some more. You know, the holidays are coming up, so, you know, keep myself entertained. I got most of my adulting done, so... God, this music just reminds me of, like, the old Sonic the Hedgehog levels. Or, like, the old Mega Man. Mainly the old Sonic games. I played the hell out of the old Sonic games back when I was a kid. I still have the cartridges somewhere in this house. There we go, that looks really cool. There we go, so we got that right there. Alright. And he's got, so his face lines up. This is why I keep the character sheets around for continuity purposes. It's really good to have those points of references. And right here, he's got, especially when you're designing characters, you want to make sure that you keep your stuff consistent. For example, his hair is 1, 2, 3. Now here in the sketches that I have on the character sheets a little bigger, here they're a little smaller. So I might just kind of go somewhere in between. Again, these are just kind of like stuff for like our story Bible. Alright, let's do this right here. Okay, and his ear, believe it or not, is one color. And it's a little bit more pointed at the end. So, and we're looking at masses here. So this ear, this is in the foreground, this is the midground, this is the background. Like I said, today I am just having fun. I was trying to draw an alien tonight, but I couldn't find my list. So I might just do that tomorrow instead. Just kind of continue to work on some more concepts of the show. Now, some of the cats you might see that they have like part of their face is whitish color. There we go, and that's what this is right here. There we go. So we got that right there. And let's go ahead and turn off our sketch so we can see where we're at. And I might even drop this time just a little bit more. And again, I just use that for my references. As for this, there we go. Alright, so let's head over here. So he has part of his shirt. And then he has like an undershirt that he wears. Believe it or not, this is actually part of his paw. So it has some cats, they look like a sleeve, they have like a little like paws. The paws will be one color. He's my beefy chunky boy. That's what he is. Okay, and I gotta be careful because he is a cat. He doesn't have... I know, I haven't drawn anthropomorphic hands in a hot minute, so you can tell I am so rusty. But right now, I just need to give the illusion that he is holding on. Like this is finger 1, 2, 3, and then his 4, because they're cats, they only have 4. At least these cats only have 4. Mainly for production purposes. And then I'm just gonna do this, so that way it stays consistent. Whatever mask I don't need, I'm gonna erase. And for this, I'm gonna shrink down my brush a little bit. Make it a little smaller. Get that inside detail. Yep. Okay, let's go make it a little bigger. Okay, now here's the problem. So here we have like a knuckles. Oh, sorry. So he's kind of holding it out like this. But you got to keep in mind, he's got like a big, thick, flat surface that he's holding onto. So I got to make sure that when he's holding this, it looks like the paw is really going all the way around. And then his thumb is back here. By the way, this also reminds me of Friday Night Funkin'. It's that game where you just play with, like, it looks like DDR but for your fingers. It's an amazing game. You haven't had a chance to play it. It's free to play. Don't download the app. The app is just way too buggy and it's got way too many ads in it. It's just not worth it. But the game on PC is actually pretty freaking good, and it's pretty fun. I actually did like a quick playthrough of it. And I got through most of it. I thought I did pretty good for my first time playing. Okay, now right here, here's where... So he's got that menacing pose. He's got some broad shoulders. So I need to track this right here. And I know I'm drawing over his face. That's fine. I am not worried about this. It's just for me to track. So that way it looks like there's mass going through. And it's important to track your masses, guys. I see a lot of drawings that they're really fancy, but then when you really look at them, you realize some of the stuff makes absolutely no sense. See? And then it's the same thing on this side. Okay, now he's got his vest, and again I'm tracking here from that edge. Okay, now here's where you gotta be careful though, because you don't want to accidentally create a tangent line. So a tangent line kind of destroys the illusion of masses, so you have to make sure that you are creating something that it looks like this mass is overlapping that other mass. Okay, so from here, let's draw. He's got like a V-cut here. This is what I'm talking about, this piece right here. It's part of like, so this is like his shoulder, and he's got like, it's like a vest. Like a full vest, and it's just like brownish here. Let's see. Yeah, this one's... In this case, these are actually going to curve inward. The main reason for that is if he's looking forward, here is the upper part of his mass, and this should be curving in this direction. And this is how I'm looking at the masses. These are the cylinders that I'm looking at. So it should be curving in that direction instead. The other way would have been very incorrect. And again, these are just little sketches for fun. I am not, you know, it's for Instagram. Like I said, I've been wanting to draw more. I'm finally making more time. And, you know, I feel like I'm in a little better place headspace wise. I feel, you know, a lot better. Every once in a while, every artist goes through this. You just feel like you're burned out. And I tend to, you know, like my job and my day-to-day stuff sometimes sucks me up so much that by the time I get time to do what I need to, and keep in mind that I'm also still working out too. I'm trying to work out twice a day, mainly to do my weightlifting in the morning, and I do my cardio in the afternoon. It is practically impossible to do weightlifting in the afternoon, especially as a female. You always have that one dude that always want to like muscle you out of the machines. So I tend to do my bodybuilding in the morning, and then I do my cardio in the afternoon, because gyms have like a huge amount of cardio machines. It's not that hard to get on a machine, so it's great. Okay, now this right here, let's go for... Okay, this leg is normal. There we go. Remember, he's got really short, stubby legs. this. God, this just, I love this music. It's so good. This is what happens when you grow up like playing video games your whole life. You get used to like techno synthesized music. I listen to a lot of different stuff too. I listen to like Japanese pop and rock and alternative. I mainly was the alternative kid. Like I would listen like Seven Westward and Offspring and all kinds of stuff. And as I gotten older, when I'm working, I like to listen to a lot of ambient music. Just stuff that doesn't have a lot of lyrics. I feel like I need to give his wrench a name. I don't know what that is, but I really feel like I should. Maybe Percy? No. What's a good like maybe like the girl that never lets him down. Good old Bertha? No. If you guys come up with a good name, let me know. We'll probably post this on our Facebook page. If you have any ideas, just please let us know. There we go. So we get that right there. Okay, so for here, we might have to move this over a little bit. Okay, now here's where there's a little bit of a problem. Because he's holding it. If he's holding it straight, I should still be able to see some... Oh my god, don't mind me, my allergies have been so bad. Okay, so I'm showing this right here. There's a little bit of lip right there. Which means... I need to draw a couple things here. Now, I also got to be careful because this show is meant to be very simple character design, so you don't want to go too crazy with the details. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, cool. Okay, and I definitely need to shift him over. Let me select both these layers. Move them over. There we go. Here. As I'm doing this by hand, guys. If I actually had like, this is why some shows will like switch between like 2D and 3D, because keeping track of the masses on all this is just freaking ridiculous. Not even gonna lie. Betty. I shall call his wrench Betty. Is it B-E-T-T-Y? I can never remember. You know, it's kind of weird because I was like a college art teacher forever. Like Betty White, Betty Boop. Okay, so it's B-E-T-T-Y. Okay, B-E. In reality, we wouldn't really be naming the ranch because, again, that's more stuff to track. But for this, because this is fun, I'm just gonna put it in here. Okay, there we go. So let's turn this off. Let's see what he looks like. That's pretty solid. Let's add some weight to these lines. And I'm gonna just pretend the light source is coming from here. So anything back here is gonna have a little bit more weight. For this, there we go. I really need to start spending more time with Clip Studio It does have some pretty good drawing tools. Like I said, I love Photoshop, but recently, like, I get on there and they just keep... 2022 just dropped, by the way, a couple of days ago. And it just feels like every time I try to draw in there, when I hit, like, especially with the brushes, it's like, okay, so you offer me a brush, but then the brush doesn't belong to, like, the airbrush tool. It belongs to the pencil tool. It's like, stop. You know, if it doesn't belong to that tool, don't present that to me. It's a little confusing. At least to me it is. And I know a lot of people are very disgruntled with what Adobe has been doing because they're just looking at your analytics. And I just really don't care where they're going with the software, to the point that I used to love drawing in it all the time. You know, I've been using Photoshop since like 1999. And recently it just feels like it's really hard to walk through. It gets bogged down. At least it could be something in my system. But I have a fairly new computer. I shouldn't be having these problems. But here I am. Let's take a look. Okay, so his eyes are black. Okay, he's got a big ass belt that we can't see, and he's got a rubber. Okay, cool. So he should be pretty good. The main thing is right here. Oh, by the way, Big Mouth Season 6, I noticed it hit earlier today, so I'm going to probably be enjoying that on and off throughout the weekend. I love the Big Mouth series. I shouldn't, because it's such a odd concept. Like, it's funny, but, you know, I just think it's hilarious. I think the show is just hilarious as hell, and, you know, for any kid that never had a parent that can look him, like, straight in the eye and talk about some of these issues growing up, I think it's a fantastic medium. Granted, it's not the best educational tool, but it definitely starts talking about certain things that even I know some people have never heard about. So, but I love it. I think it's funny. I'm also almost done watching Boruto. I am on episode 220 of One Piece, so I'm getting there. I saw Hunter x Hunter has new episodes, so I need to catch up to that. And by the way, the new Bleach, wow. So they've been hitting Hulu. I didn't see one hit this week, but they've been hitting on Hulu, and the second they hit, I'm like all over that like a hobo in a ham sandwich. Yes. Let's go ahead and add some color. Let's add some of the base colors. I'm going to borrow from here. And, but yeah, no, it's really good. The new Bleach is really good. I will highly recommend. Highly recommend. As for Boruto, I said it before, a lot of people are like, ew, Boruto. And I'm like, man, y'all doing Boruto dirty like people did Nickelback dirty. Like, you talk smack about it. And I will be honest, the first couple episodes are really hard to stomach. They are. Now, Boruto's a little whiny little kid. And, you know, he does some pretty stupid things. I mean, like, really stupid, to the point that he lost his band, like his headband, because he got kicked off. Not to give too many spoilers, but he lost the faith of his dad, which is Naruto. But yeah, no, it's good. I like it. I personally like it, and it's funny because it really takes me back to the original Naruto when the adults used to talk about these situations, and all the kids are like clueless, like what's going on. But now, you know, Boruto is like in his 30s. Hinata, obviously, she's married to Boruto. And what's really interesting is that because now these towns are talking to each other, you're starting to see new people coming into town with new talents. You're starting to see like kids that were, you know, that were probably from like the Earth Nation or the Sound Nation, and now they're coming in. So you're starting to see different features in the characters. And the kids are starting to get hybrid powers. So some of the kids will be like, oh, okay, well, I have mom's wind power and dad's, freezing power, like Shikadai, which is Shikamaru's and the chick with the fan's kid. So there's that aspect of it that makes it fun. And then, you know, there's also the fact that, as for me, you know, I'm 41 now. So Boruto sitting there, he really wants to do what he was doing. You know, he really wanted to be the Hokage and defend the town. But right now, that's just mainly him just doing paperwork. And so every time, like, he's always tired, doesn't have time for his family. And I'm like, oh, man, this is a little too relatable. Like, at least not for me, because I don't have a family. But, you know, the being tired and, you know, can't do what I really want to do. like stuff like that. So I personally enjoy it. I enjoy it quite a bit. And once you make it past like the first like 15, 20 episodes, it actually gets really good. I really have enjoyed it so far. Like I said, I'm on episode 256. So I'm almost caught up with what they have out so far. And keep in mind that Naruto's now like almost 10 years old. At least the series, they have been out for a minute. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll grab this. What I don't understand is when I paint, there we go, let's try this instead. There we go. Let's use that. That's select cleaner. So I really love that. I cannot do Attack on Titans. I have tried, and it's not because it's a bad series. It's just simply not my cup of tea. I don't like watching violent things. I've seen enough of it in person that I just can't. I can't do it. And that show gives me anxiety. Hunter x Hunter's pretty fun. Really enjoyed it so far. That clown creeps me out. Creeps me the hell out. It's like, you know, I made it to the episode where they needed to like team up, and like his boy sat there and he like covered his boy's rump because he knew this clown is like a pedophile. So yeah, no, pretty good series if you haven't watched it. And then I just finished catching up to the new season of Scissors 7. It's on Netflix. And it's funny because they started with like a really simplistic art style. And now that you can tell that they've been doing it for a while, the animation has gotten so much better. And I mean, way, way better. So really good stuff. Let me go ahead and borrow some of this color here. Yeah, so all my cats have eyeshadows. Don't ask questions. We might actually remove that later on if we go in production, especially if we're not doing puppet rigs. Just for like costs, we might remove those a bit later. I just need it just to kind of give them a little bit of depth. And this is kind of stuff that you have to do and redesign when you go to like production, because every time you have a shadow, it's extra stuff for you to track. So you want to make your characters very simple. This is what you see, like the manga will be like awesome, and then you see the anime and it's simplified, and it's not till you see the movie that they have the budget to do like the really beautiful panels, because it costs a lot of money to track all that extra detail. And that also includes the shadows and the highlights. There's something called, there's flat tones. So this right here is mainly a flat tone. Then you have duotone, where you have like the base color and then you have the shadows. And then you have tritones, where you see like sometimes in the hair they'll have like a shadow, they'll have the mid-tone, and then they'll have a highlight, and that's what is considered as a tritone. Lucky that now there's a lot of new technology that allows people to reproduce a lot of these effects way cheaper. You don't have to do it by hand anymore. And yeah, so you know, I've been really stoked to like see how the technology has been evolving and making things a little easier for people. Okay, that's not supposed to be that color. This is why I have to pay attention. Okay, so that's not that color, but you are. It's this color. Okay, so that right there, and then this up here, it is green. This right here, it is green. Okay, let's go ahead and use the brown for eyebrows. Okay, not bad. Alright, Wobble's looking pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and borrow the tan right here. Oops, wrong layer. God, I hate that. Doo 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 doo. Okay, let's go borrow from here. Okay, the belt should be okay. The belt is like a darkish gray. And this is a golden color. Okay, now right here, the wrench, we have the leg. Don't worry guys, I'm gonna go back in and clean up a lot of these gaps. Okay, so the wrench has one color. Go. Oh no, what I do? No! God, I hate that. Gotta undo, there we go. There's a gap somewhere, and because the software's a little slow, there we go. Okay, let's do the inside. Let's do this here. Okay, I also need to close the line there. There's not a line there. I really need to go back in and do that. Let's go ahead and add that lip color. And the good part is with the holidays coming up, I won't have as much to do. I literally just sat down. I did almost everything that I needed to do. Most of my friends start getting busy, so, you know, I'll be pretty much sitting by myself. So I'm hoping to be pumping out more artwork. I definitely want to start animating. I haven't done it in so long. I miss it. I genuinely miss animating. I don't miss the pay, but I definitely miss animating. It's been a hot minute. I used to do like flash animation, and then used to do pipeline cleanup back in my earlier career. And that went away when the 2008 financial crisis went poof, and I saw all my entire job just go overseas. And by the time everything recovered, it was just way too late. And the sad part is, animation is like a young man's game. Excuse me, a young person's game. You can't put gender and stuff anymore. Not to sound like an asshole. It's just that's just the way things are. But it's truly a young person's game. Once you start getting older, it's harder to get in. It's harder to sustain yourself because keep in mind, as you get older, you have medical needs and stuff like that. The other part is it's not stable work, and by the time you're like in your 40s, you should be in management. So they will rather hire somebody, even if you're experienced. The other problem you run into, and you'll see this if you're like on LinkedIn and you join a couple like animation groups, is that because you're older, you have more experience, so they rather hire someone that's younger, that's cheaper, than to hire someone that is more experienced and have to pay them more. And sadly, when the economy goes down, and I see this over and over again, when the economy goes down, the first people that get taken out are the artists. Every freaking time, it never fails. Okay, so sure has been. So I love my field. I love animation. It is truly a wonderful field. I just can't. I don't have the patience for it anymore to be going from gig to gig to gig. I just don't have it in me anymore. So I like my job. My job is cool. You know, it really is. I've been learning so much, and it's a different aspect, and it's technically like a little bit more recession proof. It's hard to explain. I know someone could call me a sellout, and I'm like, you know, that's fine. Call me a sellout. But the reality is, bills don't stop coming, and you gotta eat. So, yep. Hey, what's up, Gun Bunny? What's going on? What is that? Is that a snake? Is that a snake laughing? What is that? It looks like a clam. I'm gonna take that. That's a snake laughing in the chat. Hey, how's your mama's birthday go? Did you take her? Did you treat her to a nice birthday? Right? Right? A Komodo dragon in POG form. Got it. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's head over here. It was selected to replace the original one. Oh, okay. Okay, so far this is not too bad of a paint job. It really is not. Okay, so now that we have this, I need to go ahead and do one more thing. I want to add a duotone on this. Now, the way I do duotone is a little different. Now, I could do the flat tone and leave it like this, which is fine. But I can take it an extra step. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to duplicate this layer. First of all, I'm going to save it. I'm going to select everything that's in this layer. And I need to borrow... Let me go to one of my files real quick. Where are you? Okay, I'm going to go to this one. There we go. Does this one have it? Yes, it does. Okay, so I did this one a while ago. What I really want to borrow is this blue right here. Okay, there we go. This blue right here. This is what I want. And I got it at 20%. This is what I want. Okay, so I'm going to go right here and I'm going to fill this entire thing. Oops. Let me make my brush super huge. Ugh. This will make sense here in a second. So by doing a blue instead of your standard, your standard like black tone, it actually gives it more like an organic look to it, like a more natural look. And you're starting to see this more, like it's seeping into animation where they're not using just black and whites. They're trying to use like more pinks and purples, which gives it a more natural look. I personally like that a lot better. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna drop this to 22%, and I'm gonna turn this off. And what this allows me to do, it allows me to pretty much go ahead and figure out my light source. And a lot of it, so I tend to work backwards. I like to figure out my light sources right here. And the good part is, if I mess up, I just gotta paint it blue. Just paint it blue. It's not that hard. And that's the thing, that's the best part about digital. If you mess up, it doesn't matter because, you know, you could just repaint over it or use undo or whatever. It's not that terrible. I'm gonna select this shape and I'm gonna delete that. And I know, and it seems like I'm just deleting extra stuff. But again, these are more simplified characters. I don't need to have a lot of detail. I would like to add it here though. Oh, if you're talking to me, hold on, I can't see you because the chat is, yes, Mom got her gift earlier last weekend, went to vote, movie and dinner. Awesome. That is a good gift though. That is a good gift. Yeah, I know the elections are starting to come up here in Texas. I need to look at my candidates. To be honest, I really don't care much for politics anymore. You're literally picking between like a turd sandwich and a doo-doo head. I really don't know. They're all bad. They're all bad in my opinion, but whatever. You know, gotta do it. I gotta vote, even if I don't really care for the candidates. Just try to pick the lesser of the two evils, in your opinion, whatever that may be. Ahead. And keep in mind that if the light source is coming, there we go. If the light source is coming from here, there's a lot of stuff that is going to stay in the shadow because he's literally hunching forward. So a lot of the stuff in here is going to stay in shadow, which is, it's fine. It's completely fine. And again, everybody's got their own way to doing things. This is not an all by all. It's just the way that I like to do it. So, yeah. Oh, but I had a new friend take me out to see this like really cool show here in San Antonio. And this was really trippy. Let me find it real quick. It's like this chapel in downtown. Let me open up my Chrome. Let's see. Google Maps church with light show. I guess it's the best way to call it. Yeah, it's the San Fernando Cathedral. and they have this like really cool multimedia presentation. Apparently a lot of locals don't even know it's there, but you're sitting and you could probably watch some videos online, but it's the history of San Antonio, like just done in multimedia. There's no words to it, and you can still pretty much read a lot of what's happening, which is a really cool thing to see. Yeah, oh no, so I enjoyed it. It was really cool, and I would hate to be the guy that's like drunk as hell or high as hell for that matter seeing this, because the whole building lights up and it's just like really bright and like just crazy colors. Like it's really cool. If you ever get a chance to like come on San Antonio, like check it out. There we go. Just got a little bit right there. Okay, so what does this do? Okay, right now this looks a little crazy, right? But the second that I add the colors, see how it gives it like a more natural look to it? It's not quite black, and it's just a little bit more organic. At least in my opinion. Now again, I'm not going too crazy with these shadows because, again, this is just supposed to be very simplified characters. Okay, so like that. Okay. That looks pretty good to me. I like it. Oh, I do need to put the line over here. There you go. Let's go ahead and do that. Sweet. Alright, so from here, let's go ahead and create a something for Instagram. So this is Wobbles. So you guys get to see part of the process of how I made these for the Facebook and stuff. I think it's fun. I think it's fun just try to do these. So I don't need these anymore. I don't need that sketch, and I don't need that either. So I'm gonna do is file export, single, and it's gonna be a PNG. Wobbles action post. I always like to save PNGs with transparencies. It allows me a little more flexibility. I personally just like it that way. And then from here, I'm going to bounce over to the Photoshop. Where are you, Photoshop? I got so many icons. There you are, Photoshop. Yeah, I dabble like everything from like Photoshop, Illustrator, what is it, XD. I used to do a lot of Dreamweaver back in the day, and I don't do it anymore. What was the other one? I haven't touched character. I really need to touch character. Okay, let me open GoE for Facebook. So this is one that I drew recently. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do file save as, and I'm gonna use this template for one of the other ones. Go to the desktop. Okay, Astrocats. Oh, where'd you go? Desktop. Oh my goodness, where did it save? I know you're on the... Okay, so this is creepy. Where is my... Let me go back to... Okay, hold on. File. Save as. Oh, it saved it on my downloads. Okay, that's a funky spot to put this. Okay. So, okay, I'll definitely have to move that, but for right now, let's go ahead and go with it. File, save as copy, and let me go to my downloads. Don't know why that's in there. Let's see, Wobbles, FB, Insta, post. Okay, so from here, I pretty much all I want is to keep is, where's the logo? Okay, that's the logo. Everything else can go. Okay, now here's the one thing that I really absolutely hate about Photoshop. So you save it as, and then it keeps the current one open. I don't know why it does this stupid thing. So if you're not paying attention, you start modifying the other one, and I just absolutely hate it. I don't know why they did that. It's probably somewhere in a setting somewhere that I gotta change, but it just drives me bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. That's just me messing around with some stuff, don't mind me. I like to do little practice runs. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Wobble says be is time. Okay. I gotta take my Claritin like something fierce. Okay, let's go and do that. So all I need is the template, and then I can go ahead and pop Wobbles in here. And the good part is, because he's a smart object, I can increase his size and it won't matter. There we go. I can bring him in. I could go a little bigger, or I could go a little smaller. I don't know which one it is. Kind of like having it right there. Then I can move the logo around a little bit. And then what I want to do is I want to go back to the sketches of Wobbles. It's some of the concept art. There we go, and probably borrow some of these. Yeah, see, so via legs, so it'll be like different versions of the legs. I really like want to borrow that one. I really love that pose. And I'm gonna push this back, and I'm gonna drop the opacity to like 10. Yeah, just kind of adorn the background. Like I said, as I continue to play with these, I just kind of try different things as I go. And by the way, this is what the original Wobbles looks like. That was the original, and then this is like my rendition of him. So yeah, pretty much stay pretty true to the original artist. I'm just a little bit more animated. That's pretty much it. Let me see. Do I have anything else that I can use? No, I don't like that. Don't like that. I need to make more stuff with him. Let me see. Yeah, so that's him sitting down and like reminiscing. It's still a very painful subject for him. I mean, for obvious reasons. And if you ever met someone that they loved being in the military and then they got pushed out because of an injury, I met quite a few. It's kind of like meeting an athlete that they got injured and they can't perform. So it's actually very heartbreaking. It's very traumatic. So I kind of wanted a character that can like resonate with maybe that audience a little bit. You know, a character that's gone through some mishap, and you know he's just kind of making a good life for himself. You know, that shouldn't be the end of you because of something, an unfortunate event like that. Alright, cool beans. So I really like that. I think that's a pretty good stopping point. But yeah, I think I totally like this. I'm gonna turn that off. Nope. I like this. And from here, see, it's a 5.5, so it's perfect for Instagram. So you guys will see it probably in a day or so. Populating on the Instagram. That's not. So I mainly do like the YouTube, and I do all the like the artwork, and then our buddy Nate does like the animation. I love to do the animation. I just simply don't have time to make. It's just a lot of work, and I need all hands on deck. So we find a way for him to animate where just like solid poses, so you just have to swap the image instead of like having to move all the parts. Just to make it easier on him. Once we get things a little more solid, then I'm probably going to start doing some puppet rigging. I'm debating whether to start paying for Harmony, but I want to see what character can do already, because I'm already paying like $53 for the Adobe Suite, which I use all the time, but I might as well see what tools that I have before I go pay another $50 for something else a month. You know, that's a lot of money in software. Well, I would love to get back into Maya, but Maya is charging like it's like $120 for a license per month. That's like $200 in software, and I don't do anything in 3D anymore. So, yeah, then you got stuff like Blender. Things like Blender might work out, you know, so, and what's the other one? SketchUp. SketchUp's actually pretty good, but again, it's a license thing, so, yeah. But anyway, so I appreciate you guys joining me from beginning to end with this, like, fun sketch afternoon. Like I said, I just really wanted to make something for fun. I need to get back into drawing. You're probably going to see me drawing on and off throughout the weekend. It's just, just to kind of do the kickoff. So, I know I've been doing a lot of gaming, but that's because by the time that I'm done working, my hand starts hurting. So last thing I want to do is just sit there, and I have a heavy hand when I draw. So I kind of have to switch from like typing all day to gaming, and then by the time I get enough time to actually go to draw, then I'm just tired. So I'm just still kind of micromanaging my time, so I make sure I make time. But now this weekend I should be pretty open to draw. So I'm looking forward to this winter. I really want to get some stuff done. Like I said, I'm pretty much just chilling by myself. So all I'm pretty much going to be doing is working, sketching, and probably doing my taxes. You know, I don't have any kids, so what else am I going to do with my time? Taxes! Yeah, that looks like fun. Thanksgiving? Taxes. Christmas? Taxes. New Year's? Taxes. Yo, do you know that I like taxes? But it's fine. It's fine. You know, I'm actually cool with it. I've been like this for years. But anyway, guys, so I hope to, again, try to pop in to start creating more stuff with, like, the aliens. I really want to get back to doing more Astrocats stuff. I had to just take a small break there. Life got a little crazy. But now things are starting to settle down again, so I'll be able to, like, focus on this and just have a little bit of more fun with my drawing. But I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm probably gonna like just reset my stuff up, and I'll probably like play some Moonlighter here for a little bit, and then I really want to start watching Big Mouth Season 6. I just really just want to play it, or watch it, excuse me. Alright guys, enjoy. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.